Mr. Chairman, I applaud the Economic Mobility Act of 2019, which is the first time in a decade that this committee, the Ways and Means Committee, has considered major improvements in our anti-poverty tax programs. It was a missed opportunity in last year's tax reform that both the Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, and the Child Dependent Tax Credit, two provisions that help working and middle-class families and their children, were not revised. The changes in this legislation will help the families in our country and in our communities in my district as well that are struggling the most. I had a conversation with my colleague, Mr. Evans. We were talking about how do we help kids? What does poverty among children look like? And the best thing we can do is help kids get an early start and make sure they have the opportunities to see the possibilities of a good future and reach out and grab those possibilities. I also want to, as my colleague, Mr. Swazi, said, commend the steps we're taking to address the needs of nonprofits so they can provide their employees important benefits. While I support this bill, I do wish to again reiterate my serious reservations that there are no specific pay-fors attached as of yet. The national debt recently surpassed $22 trillion for the first time in our history. Our deteriorating fiscal situation is a burden that we are passing on to our children and children's children, the people we are working to help here today. We must begin to set a more responsible fiscal course, and I am confident that we can come together and find reasonable pay-fors that would cover this important package. I'm very encouraged by my conversations with Chairman Neal on this topic, and I truly appreciate his commitment earlier today to help me find and attach cost offsets before this legislation proceeds to the floor for a vote. With that in mind, I look forward to working with him and my colleagues on the committee to both strengthen these critical programs and at the same time promote fiscal responsibility. And with that, I yield back.
I thank the gentleman.